I installed the TRZ dog bone rear motor mount there today, and just gonna give you a quick review on it. Here's the initial startup. Quite a bit louder. Keep in mind I have the Samoda carbon fiber intake and also the Racing Beat axle back exhaust on it. So you definitely hear the motor more in it. But one of the cons that were supposed to exist for this motor mount was the amount of vibrations that you get. But I mean, I've only put maybe 20 kilometers on it since I installed it, and the vibrations are almost non-existent. The vibrations occur when you engine brake or when you lug the engine because, I don't know, you're coming around a ramp in fourth when you should be in third. So for those that don't know me, I'm Wing Zero, and this is a 2.5 liter Mazda 3 with a 6-speed manual transmission. So I'm just gonna, I was just at my mechanic friend's house dropping off a laptop power adapter to him, so just gonna take advantage of the nice 2-lane highway just to give you a quick review on this. So we're up to cruising speed. We're at 90 kilometers an hour, which is, I don't know, 80, 85 miles per hour. Here, I'll bring it up to 100 just so we can have a common number. Okay, so here's 100 kilometers an hour, 60 miles an hour. And I mean, the noise is same as stock. You don't hear a thing. You do hear the engine a bit more when you step on it, but it's about half throttle. 3,000 RPMs in the 6th gear. Letting off, there's the engine braking noise. Throttle. You do get a little more vibrations, yes, but according to some of the reviews on Mazda247.com, it's another forum. Basically, I was under the impression that the whole dashboard would be jumping around. That's how rough of a vibration it's going to be. As for price, the TRZ dog bone is $99, and it comes in a race bushing or a street bushing. I chose the street because I don't go to the drag races. I just want a little more performance out of the car. I bought it with the TRZ transmission mount. So for the two mounts, it was just under $200, and that was shipped from RPM Motorsports. I used my American address because, well, I'm a Canadian, and shipping's a kick in the pants when you have Americans shipped to you up here in Canada. So really it just sounds like I have a header on right now, but that's just the increased engine noise. It might be deafening loud later this week, early next week, when I actually put the MSDS header on. But again, I'll update you with a sound clip there. As for installing, the guys on Mazda247.com said it was about a 0 out of 10 in difficulty. I'd probably give it a 5, just because where I live on a hill, so the car's sitting slightly downhill, and I have a gravel driveway, so jacking it up, the jack kind of cuts into the ground and doesn't give you the nice height that you would on a paved or cement driveway. And so really I had just enough room to get under the car. I took the driver's front wheel off just to give me a little more room, and technically if the car fell on me, it would be cool because the brake rotor would slice me in half. But yeah, so really there's 2 bolts to take off, and then comes the eternal struggle of getting the stock mount out. The stock mount is a puck with 2 legs on it, and the 1 bolt that connects to the transmission goes in between the legs, and you put the bolt through the 2 legs. Problem with my install was I couldn't, for the life of me, get that stock mount out of there. So I didn't really want to put it together because, I mean, I wasted 40 minutes fucking around. So I just took the angle grinder and cut one of the legs off, and after that the mount will spin right out, and it was simple. I mean, sure, it's a loss of a part I could have sold, but at the same time, who gives a crap? It's a motor mount that I'll never put back on. Maybe in a few years when I sell the car. So yeah, that's about it. Then to get the TRZ mount on there, it was stupid easy. Lots of room because, I mean, it's half the size. And yeah, the bolts lined up no problem. It was a bitch getting the torque wrench on. Mine's a full length torque wrench, a couple feet long. So yeah, it was hard to torque the bolts with working with like that much room under the car. So, but I got them torqued, and I mean, it's on there. So if you have any questions about the install, or any questions in general, I mean, this is a viable option because the shore motor mount is pretty, but you don't see it because it's under the car, and it costs $139 to $169 depending on where you get it. And CPE one, I think, is touching the 200s. Rick at Garage16.ca has I think it's a one-off brand for low 100s, but I mean, it doesn't look as strong as the TRZ. Like, the guy that makes the TRZ mounts, you can tell he's a drag racing nut because he's got a bunch of pictures on his site. Everything's everything except for a couple import parts are for American cars. So, but anyways, like I said, if you have any questions, comment, message me, whatever it takes. Thanks for watching.